Hi, and welcome to Two Creations, the Asian-American podcast where the Joy Luck Club meets drunk history. I'm your host, Cindy Yes.
And I'm Nancy Lee.
Today on Two Creations, it's Ask a Japanese Person. And representing the Japanese race, we have Lisa Yamamura. Welcome, Lisa.
Hi, guys.
She's just hiding her face in her hand.
She made I was representing all of the Japanese people.
It's a big responsibility. It's an honor. It's an honor and it is. Yeah. So, there's lots that we want to ask Lisa about Japanese people, but first, let's share our hams. Hams are hella Asian moments. I have a recent ham, and it has to do with work, so it's tangentially related to Lisa. I was recently put on a small team for a project that was all Asian, and we're like, oh, that's weird. They're like, you guys be on a team. We're like, okay, that's strange. And then, of course, like, they start talking, and we're like, I wonder how old you guys are. Like, okay, 10 or 3, we're going to say how old we are. And we're all within, like, a year of each other. So we became unofficially team old-ass Asian. And because we know this about each other, we got, like, onto the work chat right away in the group chat. It got like, it escalated to the point of things that I can't say on the podcast because we would all get fired.
Aggressive? Like you guys fighting?
No. Like we were being inappropriate, like totes inappropriate to the point where I could not say what we were saying because.
How is that a ham? Is that what Asian people do? Do we go inappropriate really quickly?
I mean,
I did. Yeah.
Okay, I do too.
Yeah.
No, wait. It's not even going there. That is our baseline.
Oh, like we just have to find out like if someone is Asian, and then we're like
they're on the listening level.
Yeah, and then of course I wish I could say like maybe like in 10 years when we don't have there anymore, but I can't say.
Well, can't say it here. That's fair.
Okay, so Nancy, do you have a ham?
Yeah. Oh, it's kind of a ham, but it's, I don't know, my own personal thing. So recently, I've been noticing in like commercials and movies, there's like mixed couples nowadays. Like it's always an Asian female and a white guy. But I like started seeing it more often, and I was like, oh, great, this is like representation, right? But then I was like, that's the only race mixed couple you see being represented, because like I know that's like the majority, but then I feel bad for all the other mixed races.
Do you think maybe it's just that's what you're noticing?
It could be that, or they're targeting well.
Is it in the media?
I don't know. It's like what I see.
Yeah. No, I think it's like they're targeting well, but also like that's the mixed race that's acceptable right now. You know what I mean? And so they're like, we're going to try to put diversity in, but like
acceptable right now.
It's neutral. It's like so common right now to have like that mix exactly that people are like, okay, now I'm dipping my toe in the mixed race waters.
Well, back to Lisa. Lisa, do you have a ham to share? Okay.
So I had people over. We had just a couple couples over, mainly Asian, and we're tired of visual barbecues. So we barbecued up tri-tip. We have, baked potatoes. We have all the good barbecue stuff, macaroni salad, all of that good stuff. And my ham moment is that I served up a big bowl of rice too, because why wouldn't you have rice there?
You're going to eat, right?
There's meat. Why not have rice with it?
Rice is staple. It's like beans in Mexican food.
It's a total staple. It's like having bread. It is. Yeah, it's going to fill you up. And what's the number one thing that us Asian women are afraid of? People going hungry. Yeah. Because that we cannot have. Because macaroni is not enough of a starch. That's
well, also, I mean, I had macaroni, I had potato, and I also had rice.
But as my mom, not enough. And then
making them a little more for people to take stuff home. That's also a very, I think, an Asian thing. Mm-hmm. Is I think we make at least 3 to 4 times the amount of food that you really need for the group of people that you have.
but it doesn't go to waste.
No, it's about waste, but everybody has to take some home with them.
We bring Tupperware. I think I mentioned this on the podcast. Like, my family brings Tupperware to family events in knowing that we overcook, and everybody wants to take it home, though.
I think it's a respectable thing to do. I'm going to have to talk to my family about that on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Do you let this mixed messages, like people will push food on you, but then at the same moment tell you how fat you're getting?
I had an aunt that used to she scanned the room to see who was kind of gaining the most weight, and she would call them out on it. And funny thing is I wear black all the time. You know, Cindy, I wear black all the time. So as she was pushing through her 90s, she couldn't really, you could see her looking, and she kind of trying to scan me, and she's can't really tell what's going on there. And then she kind of just scanned past me, and she hit my dad, who was wearing bright red during the holidays a few years ago, and she literally was like, you gained some weight. But we've all lived in fear our entire lives of getting called out.
Oh, no, it's everyone just tells you how it is. Oh, you look like you've gotten fatter. You're like, hey.
And my grandma would be like, you have a great big moony face. She'd just pull me in close and be like, you have a great big fat face.
Yeah, my mom just says, I'm just worried. I just want to make sure that, you stay healthy. I'm just worried about you.
My mom will be like, if I lost any weight, she'd be like, did you lose weight? Oh, look, you look good. And then she'll go, don't lose too much weight. Don't do this. Baby, don't do this. And she'll grab me. Don't do this. Don't do this. And it's often when I have lost anyway, she just says something and then she takes it back violently. So for those who don't know, which is everyone, all 4 of our listeners, we have a questionnaire that we are asking people that we interview to fill out. And Lisa filled hers out in record time in half an hour. And was like, dude, Asians be doing their homework. By the way,
I didn't want
you're I want to
get it in.
you need to the blood. To do. You want a gold star.
But that's only me in my older age. When I was younger, I used to procrastinate.
Yeah, me too.
So it's a sense of responsibility to a certain individual.
It's a latent sense of responsibility after we could have become something. It's a little too late, but it comes later.
You did it. And you're ignition now. You did nothing with your life now. So
it's okay. Oh, Lisa did the questionnaire, and you had mentioned we asked you if you had spent time in Japan. Lisa's a 4th generation Japanese-American, and you had spent time.
Mm-hmm.
You were doing work there.
I was teaching English.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh man, that's interesting. And then also, someone tried to kill you.
I was like, to kill me. I was like, it was a fellow teacher. And he had been super disrespectful to the other teachers. He was abusing his position as a foreign teacher. And he was asking our manager to pick up his dry cleaning and just do things that she shouldn't really be responsible for doing. So I am fairly outspoken, and I would tell him when I thought he was overstepping his role and imposing himself on the Japanese staff to ask them to do things for him.
Fuck, so you're a foreigner.
We're one of the foreign teaching staff. There were also, but was he native Japanese? No, he was from Cleveland or something, or Cincinnati.
Was he a white guy?
He was.
Oh. I was thinking first that it was mouthing off to a native Japanese guy, and I'm like, you're dead.
No. It was a fellow teacher from the States. So I had 2 fellow male teachers from the States. One of them was fantastic and amazing. In fact, he's the one that came in and saved me from literally I was held up against the wall being choked.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
What set him off?
I don't even remember anymore. I guess he has a bad temp. Yeah, he had major issues, and he ended up getting fired. And later, after he got fired, I saw he was dating one of our students.
What the fuck? How old?
He's probably, so I was 25. Oh, he was probably 35. And he seemed really old. But how old were this Armenian boy? She was older. She was an older woman.
Oh, okay.
But she was, I couldn't believe that.
Still pervy.
Yeah. No, he wasn't. It wasn't that he was pervy. There was just something not quite right. Like, he just seemed off.
Yeah, because he's a murderer.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you're like, my spidey started to murder. I go, that is they're telling me
Going off the chart.
my intuition is telling me that someone's choking you.
Killing me. Yeah. You know, we used to argue about that.
That must have been scary.
It's super scary.
Yeah. Traumatizing.
Okay, I mean, it was just like a blip on the, 365 days that I spent there. Just a couple, not so great experiences with him.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it was like everyone else provided a really wonderful experience for me.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
That I tried to do the same thing after college to teach English in China. Okay, so that makes sense. More like the narrow-mindedness, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially older gen, right? So
But I mean,
I could see that.
hardly ever happened. And so the most part, my students were super enthusiastic about. They didn't care. They didn't come in and go, "Oh,
You're American.
You look like me, kind of.
yeah." One of my friend's students called me fake Japanese. He's like, I don't think like he couldn't wrap his head around the fact that I'm American because in his mind, Americans are blonde haired, blue eyed, or Caucasian. They're not like what is an Asian person like? I'm not. But
Right. It's not largest part of their world. Yeah, which is something we talk about because there's drunk rednecks in all parts of the world. Everywhere.
Every place, every color, everyone's racist.
So yeah, I think
What's your song? Everyone's a little bit racist.
we all have our. Hey, every group has their things. Yeah.
you yourself married a white dude.
Mm-hmm.
Nancy and I are daters of white dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I just think I wrote in my survey, it's about the dating pool.
It's about the dating
Because
pool.
I had Asian dudes, friends of mine, that are like, oh, what? Here we go. Another Asian chick that's dating a white guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm batting 100.
Yeah.
I've been asked out by one Asian dude, and I said yes. And I was in a relationship with him for over a year.
It's like, hi,
Who asked you out?
yeah. You're like, I'm open.
Yeah.
This goes with my theory. Like, just ask us out more.
I know, but honestly, I would assume.
Yeah. Because here's a theory that I just came up.
But I get to tell a lot of Asian guys that I went to high school with. I'm 52.
You're 52?
Yeah. I'm 22. I'm looking to skin.
So
Yeah.
growing up in Orange County back in the 60s and the 70s, there were not a ton of Asians.
Wait.
Yeah, but
So when did the Asians invade?
I'm tossing his 60s and 70s.
they weren't there in the peripheries, I guess.
They weren't. The influx of Asians started coming in probably in the 80s.
80s?
Yeah, when I was in high school is when they started more and more right into the surrounding areas. And then like now, I go down in there. There's a lot of Asian people where somebody could ask you out. I grew up in Orange County, and then I grew up. I worked in advertising.
Yeah.
Not a ton of Asian dudes in advertising when I was, back in the the early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And even beyond then.
So that was your friend group, your social circle, and
I mean, a lot of the people that I hung out with, I worked with. And then I did hang out with like a big Asian group when I was in college, but I was dating an Asian guy too.
Do you think it has anything to do with like you're very outspoken, we're very outspoken? They just like slightly intimidate you? Like
No, I don't think so. I think the majority of the reason is that I wasn't around a lot of Asian guys. And it has nothing to do with, I know there's some women that are like, I don't date this kind of person, or I don't date that kind of person. I was not like that at all. I'm like, bring it. Like, I didn't have I won't date this type of person.
No, we had a dating episode. My theory is just like we have such low self-esteem because we weren't raised with like self-esteem. I mean, Come on.
No?
No.
I think I was.
You were?
I think mine might have been.
I don't know. Maybe they were like trying to dominate the Asia.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh, my Japanese. Yeah, no, and for that I should feel shame. When you answer for the crime,
Yeah, we're Chinese. My mom's from Nanjing. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, so speaking of which, my boyfriend, my one Asian boyfriend, his parents literally did not like me.
because he was Korean.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like that.
They literally,
Definitely.
I can't remember how long it was that they wouldn't actually acknowledge the fact that I was actually there. And then they warmed up to me after they got to know me because I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, can you explain that I'm fourth generation Japanese-American?
Yeah.
And I personally didn't have something to deal with.
Right.
And then and I totally understand and I get where they're coming from, but I was born here. I was raised here. I didn't have anything to do with that.
Yeah. Like, I'm friends with a Japanese guy. I had a white person ask me, like, if I have, like, ill will towards him because of stuff that happened. And I'm like, he didn't actually do any of that shit.
Yeah. It's interesting because I wonder, like, if in Europe, if someone has experienced family loss due to the Holocaust, is there like
Maybe.
I mean, I knew when I was living in the Netherlands, there was like a whole sort of German thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt bad because this one guy that we were friends with was always very apologetic about it. I mean, I am like, he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
He personally didn't do anything. I'm like, so it felt kind of bad that he felt like he had to apologize for everything all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, which, I don't know.
I guess now I should err on the side of apologizing.
I mean, that is to like you representing the entire race, right?
Yeah.
Like you're like,
Right.
you can only be accountable for so much.
I worked with a German guy once who someone else in the agency. He found out that he's Jewish, and he's like, "Oh, I have to be nice to you now." Totally joking, but it wasn't funny. Yeah, you're like, that's awkward, but awkward. Okay. What's the most Asian thing you do? Like, what's the thing from Japanese culture that you like is part of your life right now?
I think that probably one of the most Japanese sort of things that I do is there's a thing called enryo where you hold back. So someone can offer you seconds, or there's like a last cracker sitting there, or there's things like that. And I think it's a very Japanese thing to not do that, not
Like take the
restraint. It's holding back and not doing. I do that. I don't take the last. I don't take the last.
This is not a Chinese concept.
Definitely a Japanese thing.
Chinese is like each man out for them.
Yeah. Take it all. Step under a brother.
You don't have one? Oh, you should have came 10 minutes earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. Why are we the most populous people on Earth? We maximize shit. Take it all.
Yeah.
Take it. You'll leave nothing left.
We waited every income.
Yeah. Above your own children to take it off. So Japanese have a what's it called again?
Enryo.
Back. Enryo. Oh my goodness.
You're not going to win anything by doing that.
No.
I'm going to tell you right now.
But you could live a long time like the people of Okinawa.
By holding back?
Yeah, because they have this thing where like you eat to 80% full.
Oh, I didn't say anything about eating to 80% full. I'm just talking about in mixed company.
Uh-huh.
If there's only so much left over, I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to be that person that's like, I'm going to take.
But what about if you really want the cracker?
Yeah, I'm probably not going to take the cracker.
Then who eats it? Does anyone eat it, or do you always toss a cracker away?
Yeah, is it like?
No, I'm sure someone will.
You leave it for the host who's cleaning. It's like one cracker. I'm like, no one ate it.
Yep. It's possible.
You know,
cracker's just going to sit there and go to waste and get thrown out at the end of the night.
There is a word in Chinese, Nancy. I don't know if you know. Do you know this word "chong"? Like
Use it in a phrase.
It's kind of like, kind of means like being greedy and like taking everything. Like if someone was like, if you're like grabbing something, my mom would say like, 不要抢.
Oh, yeah. There's some, I don't know what it is. I don't know if I,
Yeah.
it's kind of just like,
Good thing though?
No, it's good. Yeah.
it is like, oh, it's like restraints.
Like, yeah, it's like kind of unseemly.
Like, don't be a hoarder. Don't be selfish.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I would kind of
Don't be selfish.
like,
I think it's the same thing.
this is like kind of unseemly if you're like grabbing everything and leaving nothing for anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cheng. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
My mom says, I think it's like like cheap, chintzy. Like that's how I always thought about it.
Speaking of not growing up with much, a lot of your family were interned in internment camps during World War II. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Tearaway grandparents, aunts, uncles.
What did they tell you about that?
What is that experience like?
So my grandfather didn't really talk about it a lot. The one thing that he did say is, I mean, he didn't complain about things. It was like onward and upward for him. He was kind of a self-made person. His family left and went back to Japan when he was in, I believe, junior high school. He put himself through high school, moved to the mainland and put himself through Berkeley, went through dental school, started his practice, had everything taken away during World War II when they were put in camp, and then came back out and started everything back over again. So they...
How old was your dad when he was in the camp?
Sorry?
How old was your dad when he was in the camp?
Oh, I think he was probably 14, 15
And then how long was he in there?
for maybe 6 years.
Wow,
For some years. And then my mom, it might have been less than that. I can't remember.
but that's a very like formative age.
We literally talk about like I've been recording and interviewing them and asking them questions because like I'm trying to document what happened to them and their experiences and what they remember, because my mom has early stage Alzheimer's and my dad is, 88. So I'm like, listen, get all that information down for the grandkids and the nephews and nieces and the next generation so that they have whatever they can about their grandparents and their great-grandparents. But her memories are much worse than my dad's. My dad has more of a glass is half full. My mom is more of a glass is half empty person. So she's like, it was terrible. My dad's like, man, it wasn't that bad. But he's like that about everything. He's like, he could be he had a hip replacement surgery. He didn't want pain medication. He's like, man, it wasn't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's had it's like anything that my mom goes through and my dad, they have completely different experiences.
So their parents don't really talk about it. What happened?
Not really.
So people came in, they said like, you're a dentist, you're no longer a dentist, you're going to jail.
I think there's like serious shame that comes with it. You weren't able to, you've built something up that you've lost and you don't know who you are anymore. And you're no longer, your identity's taken away, and you're also not able to take care of your family the way you used to be able to.
Yeah.
It's that your masculinity is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, and sure. And so my grandfather she tried it. Oh, absolutely. I'm sure your pride, you're just stripped of your pride.
Mm-hmm.
And so he just didn't really talk about it.
Yeah.
He did say, he when we talk about, because I'm like little Miss Question person. I grilled everyone when I was growing up. And he's like, we were fortunate enough that it wasn't like what happened to the Jewish people during the Holocaust. It could have been, he always said it could have been much worse. And he always said, I'm American, we're American. We're able to start over. And I feel very fortunate that we're able to, start over. And where else can you do that?
That's a very self-sustaining way to think about it.
Yeah. He always had like this really great attitude. And I was like, I would have been pissed. I'd be pissed.
Like your mom.
Oh, yeah.
What did she talk about it being like?
Well, she remembers He remembers a very different. My dad's nickname was like Tex, and I think he doesn't remember getting picked on. He doesn't remember being discriminated against. My mom has very strong memories about that. So she remembers having kids throwing rocks at her.
Why?
Oh, the Japanese during post World War II.
Oh, during
during, outside when they were released. Kids were really mean to her. She, being associated with something that was this identity of who you are. It's like how to get your entire group of people to want to integrate as quickly as possible because it's super not popular to be Japanese.
Japanese-American, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was like, during World War II, the Japanese were the enemy. And in America, the Japanese, Americans got sent to, the camps. Yeah, in the camps. So they felt like they're like, we're American. We don't identify with being Japanese. Like,
yeah, it's difficult because people just perceive you as your outer shell. And it's not like the history of your family, generations being in the States, just like anybody.
Yeah.
I think that's like not to be like too much, but like that's like the premise of everything right now. Like we are all Americans, and everyone's trying to define it with like a country of origin or whatnot. But it's like somehow you floated through this country and you want to stay because it's yours. Like it should be your right to do so.
Oh, absolutely. No, it's the same. The Muslim ban, like you're being condemned for things that have nothing to do with your religion or race. But those are the things that identify you. So they want to take that pride away from you.
Yep.
It's terrible.
Yeah, people, countries, governments like to always like bucket people. Like there's always this way, there's always somehow you're trying to like categorize people and then create a hierarchy of it.
I think the thing that's interesting in America right now is that for so many people who identify as being Americans first, above religion, above nation of origin, right? It's people feel like they're American, but other people don't
Still perceive you
as being American first. They see you exactly like you said as the rapper that you guys have been asked, no, but where are you really from?
Right, of course.
And like Philadelphia.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I was born in Oakland. So it's one of those things. They're like, okay, you were born in Oakland, but where are you really from?
Right. And you're like, and for us, like our parents are from Asia.
Yep.
But like for you, you're like, I'm not even going to say, I'm not even going to put hand there.
I have a hard time with that because they're like, are you from China? Are you from Korea? Are you from Japan? And
Like, I know these countries, bitch. I know what you're saying.
I know what you're saying, but it's really
because your family history is going back like over 100 years, right?
Yeah, and also, I mean, the culture things that my family, I learned tea ceremony when I was a kid, and I learned Japanese dance and stuff like that. But I'm not like, it's not like 100% 24/7, like all things Japanese culture. It's like, I find it very interesting that my ancestors practiced some of these things. But it's not like I'm like, this is everything that defines me.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up as an American.
Yeah.
So watching other people who identify as being American, and yet there's all these people who don't see them as American and are discriminating against them, I feel like I have a responsibility to stand up for them.
Yeah. So Lisa, are you proud to be Asian?
Yes, Cindy, I am proud to be Asian.
What makes you proud to be Asian? Nancy's.
I think you guys will agree with me. Asians are tough and they overcome adversity. I don't think we're the only ones. I don't think that we're the only ones that we don't own overcoming adversity, but I think that being Asian in America, I think we have had to overcome a lot of challenges Maybe not my personal generation, but I'm proud of what my parents have had to overcome and what my grandparents and my great grandparents have had to overcome. Kind of regardless of any of the racist bullshit that any of them had to deal with along the way. You know, they've persevered and they've come through stronger than they were before. They've reinvented themselves, and they've seen success on the other side.
Well, thanks, Lisa, for talking to us and representing the Japanese race today.
People.
I did my best, guys. I did my best.
I hope
I hope I didn't embarrass the entire Japanese.
You part of like that police. I would embarrass myself. Something embarrass the Japanese people. Anywho, Lisa, it was so amazing having you on.
Thank you.
Thank you for being Cindy's friend. So we could have you on to Creation.
Thanks, guys. It was fun. You guys are awesome.